Eric, thank you. New this morning, some doctors are warning against the popular keto and paleo diets because they are not helping your heart. And a new study shows eating too many French fries could cause depression. Our WWL TV medical correspondent, Dr. Hebert, is here to explain all of this. And first, we want to talk about a rare brain infection showing up in kids. And this is something parents really need to be aware of.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of issues with kids having these weird brain infections over the last couple of years, sometimes even adults. But there's a new thing going on. It's kind of started in Nevada, but it's trickling across the United States. And basically what it is a brain abscess caused by a bacteria that kind of lives already in your nose and in your throat and in your sinuses. And it's an intracranial abscess, but the issue is that as we've seen this trickle, it's become a problem because a lot of people have sinusitis, ear infections, and these types of things. And when they start to progress, then you can get a brain abscess. Now, any of this is possible at any time, but the odds of this happening are very, very small. So the issue now is, why is it happening? And sometimes I'm about to show my age here. You got to be more Columbo than Marcus Welby to try to figure this out, because it's not happening across the country in large numbers. So what I want you to look out for, if your child has a large swelling in the eyes, if your child has a really bad headache, if your child has a really bad ear infection or sinusitis, swelling and pain across the tops of the teeth, and they have a high fever, please take them in, because this could be the sign of this odd disease that's going around the country.
Well, it's terrifying.
It is.
Thank you so much for the information there. Moving on to keto, paleo diets, they're not good for your heart?
Yeah, well, this has been something we've known for a very long time. And so people want, but this is the issue, people want to be able to, just say, I want a quick fix for a lot of stuff, right? So they decided they're going to get on the paleo, they're going to get on the Atkins, they're going to get all these things, and they're going to listen to Dr. TikTok and Dr. Google, and these doctors are killing folks every day, because what it is that once you start to eat only high-fat things that have no nutritional value as far as vitamins, and that means you just eat a bunch of steaks all day and eat a bunch of bacon and a bunch of eggs, then you would lose weight if you, don't eat any carbs. But the problem is that you also can increase your really bad cholesterol, and that's bad for heart health. So the Atkins diet, the paleo diet, these are the ones, the keto diet, these are the ones that can cause problems. The Mediterranean diet, the pescatarian diet, these are the ones that are actually pretty good. The DASH diet also as well. But the other ones, and let me say this before we even get started, I don't want a bunch of letters, all right? What happens is that there's data out there to suggest that these other diets where you eat all this meat and all this bacon, that kind of stuff, they're actually not so bad, and so your LDLs are okay over a long period of time. The jury's still out, but what I will say is that the American Heart Association recommends decreasing bad cholesterol so that you can have no heart attacks, and those are the big problems.
All right, speaking of heart attacks, too many French fries equals depression. We know they're not good for you.
I should just walk off the set now, because this was a downer. So basically, too many French fries, but not just French fries. That whenever you fry something, you produce a chemical called acrylamide. And so those things can cause you to have some increase in depression and anxiety. 12% depression, and 12% anxiety rather, 7% depression. And the study's a little bit sketchy, even though it was published all over the country, because the people also had increased smoking, increased body mass index, and there were a lot of males, young guys that were just kind of wilding out, right? So just remember, it's Jazz Fest, man. Have some fries, but don't have like a bucket. Have a fried beignet, but not like a trough. Okay, we got to work on this, because moderation is very important. Okay.
All right. Well, that wasn't so bad.
That wasn't so bad, but Eric told me, man, I want my fries.
Dr. Hebert, thank you so very much. And Dr. Hebert does visit us every Tuesday on the Eyewitness Morning News. If you've missed his previous updates, of course, you can get his expert opinion on our app, YouTube page, and our website, WWLTV.com.